Yeah, hello everyone, Evan Rex here, and welcome back to another video. So today, so as of the other day, watching the news, right, and I saw that North Korea launched its latest ballistic missile test, and which reminded me of the Russo-Ukrainian war, which also reminded me of nuclear power and missiles. So yeah, that's why today I'm going to be reacting to Why Thorium Rocks by Seminole Academy. I I know what thorium is. It's an element that's somewhat related to uranium, but I that's about it, and can be used as like an energy source. But other than that, I don't really know uh, anything else about thorium. So let's see what Sam can teach me about thorium. Okay, here we go. Like, okay, three, two, one, go.
Hey kids, can I tell you a secret? Come here, closer. Nuclear energy? It's not a bad thing. Sure, 30 years ago, things like Chernobyl and 3 Mile Island were certainly something to worry about.
Yeah. What many people really misunderstand about nuclear energy is that it's actually one of the safest sources in the world. It's just that these things have made people begin to worry about it, and si- especially since this just happened in the late 20th century. So the memory of these is still with us, even though when in reality, nuclear energy is actually not that dangerous if we take the proper precautions. So yeah.
Today, however, it's a different story. Let me tell you kids about thorium. Thorium is uranium's neighbor, just 2 houses down. He's a lot like uranium, just he's a lot more chill. Uranium's the type to do a half-assed job during the day and spend every night doing Jaeger bombs and blasting Kendrick Lamar, you know the type. Thorium, on the other hand, is more career-oriented, and at the end of the day, he's cool with just watching Netflix, eating Ben and Jerry's. Let me walk you through all the steps of nuclear power, and you'll see why thorium is so great. Let's start with mining. So when somebody doesn't feel like getting out of bed, they'll, whine and moan and roll over.
Yep, totally relatable.
Likewise, when uranium doesn't want to get out of bed, he releases deadly cancer-inducing radon gas. This means workers have to put up expensive ventilation systems just to, not die. Thorium's chill. You go to wake him up, he understands he's got a job to do. Goes without a...
Wait, really? Oh, so does that mean thorium is it's not toxic? Wow.
fuss. And even when you do get uranium up, like the lazy bastard he is, he has much less concentration in his ore compared to thorium, so more work has to be done just to get the same amount of material. The Earth's crust also has much more thorium in total than uranium, about 3 times as much.
Is that so? Then why aren't most countries using like thorium in their power plants? If there's more of it um, than uranium.
So you got your ore, and you've extracted it. Ready for work, right? Wrong. You see, natural uranium mainly consists of 2 different isotopes, uranium-235 and uranium-238. 238 kinda sucks at life, so uranium has to undergo enrichment to up its concentration of 235. Uranium's kinda like that kid with ADHD, right? You got him in the building, but you still gotta give him his own little room and a couple Ritalin before he starts doing anything productive. That's expensive. Thorium, on the other hand, look at him. He's got his sneakers laced, glasses on, he's ready to go. No enrichment needed. Finally, you're ready to make some power. This part's important, kids, pay attention. So this is where the biggest difference between uranium and thorium comes in. You see, uranium is fissile, whereas thorium is fertile. This means uranium can do his job all by himself, just doing his thing all on his own, whereas thorium's kind of a cripple. He needs a little bit of someone else just to give him the push he needs to start releasing energy. This might sound like a bad thing, but if you think about it, it's a lot safer. If you've got your power production process started, and shit suddenly hits the fan, uranium's just gonna keep going. You can try to move them around, cool them down or whatever, but at the end of the day, this man's gonna be swinging, and it's not gonna be a good day for anyone. Thorium, he's only got one leg. Piss him off, he takes a swing at you, just push him over, you're good. Please note, Salmonella Academy does not condone pushing criminals. And that's what thorium reactors do. They allow the barely radioactive liquid thorium to drain away from its helper in the event of an accident, so there's no way for things to escalate. Much safer. But while the process for thorium is better, most of the time people care more about the results. Well,
Yeah, that's very true. It's like in that, in Matrix 2, where that old senator guy, I forgot his name, said to, I forgot the main character's name as well, said to him, I have no idea how it works. All I care is that it works. Same goes for many of us. Like, for example, my microwave. I don't have a clue on how, it uses radiation to heat our food. Nor do I care about knowing how it works. All I care about is that it works and that it doesn't break, so I don't have to pay lots of money just to get fixed or buy a new one. So yeah. So even if thorium was cheaper, if it produced less than uranium, then obviously people are going to choose quality over, safety procedures.
well, it just so happens that thorium is pimping in that regard as well.
Dude, why aren't we on thorium? If that's the case.
CERN estimates that 1 ton of thorium is capable of producing as much energy as 200 tons of uranium. That's a lot. To compare, that's also equivalent to 3.5 million tons of coal. But let's talk about byproducts. Thorium, being as pure as it is compared even to enriched uranium, produces about 100 times less nuclear waste. So whereas we might not have as many X-Men, that also means much less work has to be done to dispose of the material. Additionally, it's very difficult to make a nuclear weapon out of thorium, since it can't do much on its own. The only thing that's really weaponizable about thorium plants is that little bit of helper material I talked about earlier, but overall that's a pretty minuscule amount. That means we can feel a lot better about plopping these plants down in places like Iran. So kids, you heard it here first. Thorium is the future. Powerful, clean, reliable, and if things go wrong at the end of the day, you can still kick its ass.
Okay, so that's the end. So what I've learned from Sam's video is that thorium rules and uranium can go suck an egg because he's a loser. But anyway, yeah, this was very interesting and informative because I literally don't know that much about thorium other than, like I said, I knew that it could be used as a power source like uranium. I know that and I know that it's an element, but that's about it. So yeah, if only politicians can see Sam's video and realize how much of a loser uranium is at life. But as we all know, the world of politics is not really the most angelic and righteous place in the world. So I highly doubt it, unless of course they start to run out of uranium and decide to look towards thorium for for the answer to their lacking uranium problem. So yeah, that's all I have to say really. So if you like this video, please hit that like and subscribe like I did with this video. Check out my Facebook page, link is in the description. And if you want to check out the original video by Sam, I'll be sending the link below in the description as well. Anyway, that's all for today. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!